Hi there, my name is Danny. If you're new here, welcome. This is Spooky Tea Time, and today I'm going to be talking about some books and giving some reviews on those books. Unfortunately, I don't have any indie authors to review. I'm still currently reading 2 books, and I have a long list of others. As I go, I'll be inserting them into my series. I am excited to work with all these indie authors and see all their works and hopefully expand my TBR, which doesn't really need to be expanded, but you know, you find new stuff. I did make a Facebook page and a TikTok. You can go check me out on either one of those. TikTok has categorized me as cringy, which is fine by me. I'm actually very awkward in real life, so that actually tracks. You can go check me out on either one of those platforms, and let's go ahead and talk about some books today that I have read over the last year and see my thoughts on. If I could do a yes, no, maybe on all these books, they would all be yeses for me. And I promise you, I don't read every book and just love everything I read, but most of the time I find stuff and I end up liking it. The first book I have is The Inheritance Games. I really like this book. It's about a girl who comes from poverty and then she's just thrown into this world of riches and tries to fight for this this large inheritance from actual family members, and she has no idea why she's in this game. And throughout the book they're trying to figure out why the grandfather included her in that. And the trip this book took me on was amazing, and I can't wait to get into the rest of the series. And I do apologize, you're gonna hear my baby, who is 3 months old, in the background. She kind of just wants a little bit of attention. The second book I read was Part of Your World, and this is really cool because it's about Ursula actually winning, and she ends up married to Prince Eric, and Ariel did not turn into Seafoam or like one of those little critters. She actually rules Atlantica, and she has no voice, and her sisters actually turned on her, and it's a whole trip. And you guys got to check this book out. I love the twisted tales. They're amazing. The next book will tear your heart out. It's Marley and Me, like the real Marley and Me. I read this because I've watched the movie a million times, and it makes me cry every time. And you just need a good tearjerker sometimes. This is it. This book, oh my gosh, it will have you in tears. You'll be laughing, you'll be crying. It'll take you on all of the roller coaster. John Grogan. The next book I have is A Walk to Remember. And this book is actually set in the 50s, unlike the movie. But it basically follows the same premise, and it's a Nicholas Sparks book, so you know it's gonna tear your heart out. I loved it. I loved it. I would go back and read it. My next Nicholas Sparks read is going to be The Notebook and then The Wedding. I'm really excited to see how that transpires and how different that is from the movie, because I love those movies so much. But yeah, you should definitely check this out and check the differences out. Landon is something else, and his character development in this book is just awesome. And the ending, I was just crying. I know I'm doing a lot of books today, but these are all the books that I have physically in my personal library. And the next book I have for you is The Lovely Bones, and I know a lot of you have seen the movie. The movie is nothing like the book. The book is very triggering. There is some explicit scenes in here, and it does talk about extremely dark topics. So if you think that your child can handle talking about, kidnapping or SA or things like that, I read the book before you let your kids read it, and you judge whether or not, they should kind of be able to read it. I think personally that it's fine for a teenager to read. But it's definitely gonna rip your heart out. It's gonna take your heart out of your chest. It's gonna chew it up and spit it back out at you. Like, my name is Salmon, like the fish, and I cry every time I read this book. It does take you on a roller coaster, kind of worse than the movie does, and I highly recommend that everybody check the book out if they've seen the movie. The next book I have for you guys is really, really cute, and I would recommend this book 100 times over. I've read 2 of the books in the series, and there's more to come. They're all kind of standalones, but they also are intertwined together. The first book I have for you is The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst, and this is her series. It is so cute. This one follows a librarian and a talking plant as they escape from basically like a war, and they go back to the librarian's home and they set up a shop there, and they're trying to hide that they know how to do magic, and the whole thing is whimsical, and it's such an easy read, and it's such a good palate cleanser if you're like me and you read a bunch of like thrillers or dark romances and you just need something to like take the edge off for like a minute. Sarah Beth Durst is the great in between, and she's also just a great binge reader. Like, I would read her books 100 times over, and I will never stop recommending these books because they are just so cute, and I can't wait to see how many more she creates with these. The next book I have for you guys is called The City of Brass. This is a wonderful fantasy series. It's called the Daevabad series, and the first book I actually read from her was the Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi. That book is really healthy and it is amazing. I would go check that one out. It's kind of like a spin-off to the Daevabad series, but this one, it follows a girl who kind of is the last of her kind, and she finds this person after she accidentally raises a bunch of demons or the dead, or however it goes, and he helps her along the way, and he takes her to the city that's for people of her kind, and the whole thing is just so magical, and this book took me on a journey, and I can't wait to start the other 2. I would definitely recommend The City of Brass and the whole Daevabad trilogy. If you're looking for a really good fantasy to start, I think it's pretty much finished. And then the Amina Al-Sarafi, which is the spin-off, I think there's another one coming out. I hope to God there's another one coming out because I have been waiting for that book forever. But definitely, I'm so sorry, but definitely go check these out. The last book I have for you is a controversial book because a lot of people didn't like it. I personally loved it, and sorry if you see me kind of looking off screen. I'm kind of trying to soothe my baby over here. But a lot of people didn't like it because of the way that it read, and it is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And it's about a girl who runs away from her life, and she makes a deal that she just wants to be free, and that's exactly what she gets. And no one can remember her as soon as she leaves the room. Like, once she's there, she's fine, and then as soon as she leaves, they have no memory of her whatsoever. And she lives her whole life like this, and it's about her struggle with it. And then the ending, I don't know if I like the ending, but I get it. It is definitely like a hit or miss for people. I do recommend that you check it out. The world in this book is actually pretty good, and the story I thought was great. I would read this again, but again, this is my cup of tea. Might not be yours, but I do definitely, if this is on your TBR, you should definitely knock it out. It's a pretty good read. Well, friends, that is the last book review. I'm sorry that it was pretty long today. These are all of the books that I talked about today. If you've read any of these books, or if any of these books on your TBR, I definitely go read them. Let me know let me know what you think. Did you love them? Did you hate them? Do you recommend something for me to read? And I am planning on doing something on Wednesdays. I kind of want to stay true to the spooky the spooky part of my YouTube, and I'm probably going to start doing some scary stories. I'm going to try for Wednesdays, but they may go to Fridays. We'll see how it goes. And check those out too. Again, I'm just a mom that reads, and these are just some of my thoughts. So go check these out. Let me know what you think. I hope you all have a great day.